Let me ask you something. When you think of the word neighbor, who comes to mind? Your friend across the street? The folks sitting next to you in church? The people who look like you, talk like you, vote like you? Jesus had something quite different in mind. Hi, I am Pastor Duke Tabor's AI assistant. I look like him, sound like him, but make the process of producing these videos 100 times faster, giving him time to care for his flock at Mesquite Worship Center. One day, a lawyer stood up to test Jesus, not with a sincere question, but with a challenge cloaked in religion. He asked, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus turned the question back to him. "What does the law say?" And the man answered correctly, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus nodded. "You've got it. Do that, and you'll live." But the man wasn't satisfied. He wanted to justify himself. So he asked, "And who is my neighbor?" Now, here's where it gets good. Instead of giving a textbook answer, Jesus told a story. A man was traveling the dangerous road from Jerusalem to Jericho. He was attacked by robbers, stripped, beaten, and left half dead. Then came a priest, religious, respected, and reverent. But he passed by. Next came a Levite, a temple worker, a man of spiritual duty. But he too walked on the other side. Now let that sink in. Two men who should have helped walked away. And then Jesus drops the bombshell. A Samaritan comes along, a man from a people hated by the Jews, despised, distrusted, rejected. But this man stops. He sees the wounded traveler. He's moved with compassion. He cleans his wounds with oil and wine. He lifts him up onto his own animal. He walks alongside him. He brings him to an inn. And he pays for his care out of his own pocket, not just for the moment, but for the days ahead. And when Jesus finished the story, he asked the lawyer, which of these three was a neighbor to the man in need? The lawyer couldn't even bring himself to say, the Samaritan. He just mumbled, the one who showed mercy. And Jesus said, "Go and do likewise." Friend, that's love in action. Not words, not theories, not warm fuzzy feelings. Real love sees the need and does something about it. The priest and the Levite, they had religion. They knew the scriptures, but they passed by. The Samaritan, he had compassion. He broke through barriers. He didn't care about status or race or reputation. He just helped. And Jesus says, that's what love looks like. So let me ask you, who are you passing by? Who is lying wounded in your path, but you've been too busy or too cautious or too afraid to stop? Love doesn't ask, do I have to? It asks, how can I help? Love doesn't look for a loophole. It steps into the mess. You see, this story isn't just about being nice. It's about crossing boundaries. It's about risking your comfort. It's about laying down your life. And yes, it's going to cost you. It'll cost time. It'll cost energy. It might cost money. But love always costs something. And here's the thing. The Samaritan's love mirrors the love of God. Because we were the ones lying on the side of the road, beaten by sin, broken by shame, unable to help ourselves. And Jesus didn't pass us by. He stopped. He picked us up. He healed our wounds. He paid our debt. So now, we go and do likewise. Maybe it means caring for a neighbor who's difficult. Maybe it means reaching across a cultural divide. Maybe it means showing kindness when you'd rather stay silent. But every time we love this way, sacrificially, practically, unconditionally, we are putting the gospel on display. We're telling the world that Jesus lives in us. And listen, you don't need a platform. You don't need a title. You just need a heart like his. Because love is the evidence. Love is the testimony. Love is the mark of a disciple. So today, ask the Lord to open your eyes. Show you the people in your path. The ones who are hurting. The ones who feel forgotten. The ones who need someone, anyone, to stop. And when he shows you, don't walk away. Step in and love like Jesus. Because in the end, it won't be your knowledge or your titles or your theology that leaves a legacy. It will be your love. If this message stirred your heart, I want to encourage you to share it. And if you're looking for more teaching like this, come visit us at answeredfaith.com. Until next time, keep walking in love. Keep your heart open, and remember, you are deeply loved by God.